Good morning, class. I'm very happy to meet you again. My name is Shaini Mukherjee and I'm here to teach you the language of your section of your class. In my previous lecture, I have discussed about the tense and hope I am able to clear all your doubts and all your confusions regarding the word called tense, because that is the most eminent part. Now, today we would be discussing about one of the most important part, that is sentence. Now, what is a sentence? If I write like apple, is it a sentence? No. If I write an apple, tense? Yet no. An apple a day, is it give you an entire meaning or a complete sentence? No. What is left over here? An apple a day keeps a doctor away. So now we are having the entire meaning. What you jot down from this? You understand that a sentence is a group of words that gives you a complete meaning, a complete sense. So in short, if I write down the point wise, the first word would be complete meaning. Second, it should have a subject we are talking about. It should have a subject. Third, the most important thing, it should have a verb. And the most important, it should have object. Or we can call it as a predicate. Clear, everybody? So all these four things are required in a sentence to give you a complete meaning. Now, an apple a day keeps a doctor away. And one of the most important things in a sentence is there should be a punctuations. There should be punctuations. Now, punctuation is like full stop, comma, question mark, exclamatory mark, single inverted comma, double inverted comma, colon. Okay. So all this colon, all these things should be there. Then only we can find out that the sentence is a complete sentence. Now, from very younger age, when we start learning how to frame a sentence, our teacher told that the first letter, the first alphabet should be capital. And it should end with a full stop. Okay, so these things we have to remember. Many times while writing in examinations, we do such mistakes. Okay, we can start with the full capital letter, but at times we forget to put the full stop. And then again we start a capital letter. In English, it is very much important for you to know that where if you have started a sentence and if you are ending a sentence, there should be a proper ending. Without a proper ending, you can't write the next alphabet as a capital. Until and unless it's a proper noun, that means it's a name. Okay, so we have to be very much clear, very much, you can say sharp tool, using our mind as a sharp tool while we are writing a sentence. Now, if I write a sentence like that, Amit is a Good boy. Okay. Here I write Amit is a good boy. Here I write Amit is a good boy. Now among these three, which one is correct? Is it correct? No. Is it correct? Absolutely no. Is it correct? Yes. Why? Because here the capital letter, here we have ended, here the main important thing is here. Subject is also there, verb is also there, and the object is also there. Hope I have cleared you the framing of the sentences. Now let's go to its types. Now it is having 4 types. The first is declarative. Second is imperative. Third is interrogative. And the fourth one is your exclamatory. Okay, these 4 are the parts of our sentence. 4 types. Now there is one more thing, that is a sentence is always having subject and predicate. That is the most important thing. In each, among all these 4, these 2 things should be there. Absence of one thing means the sentence is not grammatically correct. So we have to make sure that when we are writing about or when we are writing a sentence, either in the form of a declarative, imperative, interrogative, or exclamatory, we should remember that there should be a subject and a predicate in a sentence. Okay. Now, what are all these? If I talk about interrogative, quickly we can come to the conclusion that it is talking about some question. Okay. If I talk about the exclamatory, quickly we can remember or we can make that some exclamatory mark is there. Then what is declarative and imperative? The declarative is your statement. Imperative is your command. Imperative is your question. And exclamatory is your expression. The expression which you can't write, but you can show through some syntaxes, that is exclamatory mark. Clear everybody? Now this is your basic rule, or you can say the definitions of this particular thing. It is declarative. If I talking about, it is talking about the statement. For example, John loves Mary. So that is a statement. Imperative command. Please shut the door. Come in. Complete your work. All this thing is your command. Question, where are you going? What is your name? Whom you concern for? All this thing. Exclamatory expression. Wow, we won the match. Alas, hooray. All these things comes in the exclamatory. The most important thing here it is that all these 4 parts, we having all those rules like a statement, command, question, expression, it is talking about the subject and the predicate too. Now subject, that means if I write here about the subject, subject means the action. tells something. Okay, it will tells you something, something what is happening about the subject. And here it talks about the predicate. It is the contain verb. So we have to remember subject tells you the action. For example, if I write Amit is eating an apple. So subject will tell you about the main thing here. Okay, or some action has been done. Amit is eating an apple, and the predicate is having the verb is eating an apple. Amit is doing some action, and here is eating an apple. Clear here, class? Now, being a statement, it should have the first as a capital letter. This is implying on all the things. First be capital letter, then it should have a proper ending. These two things are very much important. Okay, if we are not using this, like I give you the previous examples, if we are not using this, we are not writing the sentence grammatically correct. So we have to understand that when we are writing certain command, when we are writing certain questions, for question mark is important. Here also this is an important tool for the interrogative. For example, what is your name if you are writing? For example, if you are writing, what is your name? And you put full stop here, then the entire sentence is wrong. But if you put a question mark here, the sentence, because you are inquiring, you are asking, the reader should come across to know that what the writer is asking for. Clear, everybody? Here any doubts? I think I am quite clear to all the statements. Like declarative is the statement. For example, loves Mary. Come in. Interrogative. Especially if I talk about hooray. We won the match. Here two punctuations we are using. We are using the exclamation and we are using the full stop too. But because in other sentences we are only using one syntaxis or the punctuation marks. Here we are using one exclamatory to show you the expression, and second is the full stop that we are ending the sentence. Hope I am very much clear here to everyone. Now let's go to the rules. Now here we are discussing about the rules. The first rule is start with capital letter, ends with punctuation. Ends with punctuation. For example, I am repeating my sentence again. Amit is a good boy. The second rule is it should have, every sentence must have a subject and predicate. So the second rule is it should have subject and predicate. Okay? For example, he is an obedient boy. Clear here? This is an example. The third one is the most important, that every sentence must have a subject and a verb. That means without verb it is not complete. Subject and verb. Well, he is doing his work. If I say this, so doing is telling you the verb, the action. Okay? Even the work is also your verb. Now, the fourth rule that I am talking here is that subject and verb must agree in number. Subject and subject and verb must agree in number. Why I am writing these rules for you? So that you could easily copy. Okay? So subject and verb must agree in number. For example, it's a singular verb, singular subject is there, singular verb. Plural subject is there, verb. I am writing here in short in this box. Singular subject plus singular verb. Plural subject plus plural verb. So you have to remember, you can't use singular subject and plural verb. Then it is a completely grammatically wrong. Singular subject will having singular verb, plural subject will having plural verb. This is one of the most important tool of your sentence. This we all remember. Okay, while writing a sentence we all remember this, but when we are writing a sentence, for example, John works in a company. Okay, so here singular. Now again, they are working. So you can find here. Okay, John works in a company, they are working. So we have to remember this, that for singular verb, singular subject, singular verb, subject, plural verb. This is one of the most important thing. The other thing is here, if I talk about the fifth rule here, that is talking about the adjective. Okay, so that is adjective usually comes before noun. Okay, we have to remember this. Adjective usually comes before noun. Okay, this we have to remember, that adjective usually comes before noun. For example, I have a big basket. Okay, I have a big basket. So, or I have a big bed, I have a big room, anything you wanted to add, but here the big is your adjective. So till the one of the most important rule I am going to discuss, but before this I just wanted to clarify something. So first rule talks about that start with capital letter, ends with punctuation. Second talks about subject and predicate. A sentence should have, that is, he is an obedient boy. Here the subject and predicate is there. The third is subject and verb should be there. Without verb the sentence is not complete. You have to show certain action. Either the action has been done in the past, present or future, that completely different. But we have to show the reader that which action has been performed in this sentence. Either it is in the past one, present one, or future one. In that also, is it a past continuous or past perfect, future continuous or progressive, or future perfect progressive, or it is a simple future. Whatever the part, we have to explain it. The fourth and the most important here is this: subject and verb must agree in number. So while writing it, be very careful. Okay. The next one is adjective usually comes before noun. So while writing the sentences or while framing the sentences, we commit certain mistakes. Okay. So when we commit certain mistakes, these are the grammatical mistakes. We always having that inquiry and inquisitiveness. We have wrote everything right. Why our marks are not up to mark? Why we are not getting good marks? Because we are not following these rules while we are writing the sentences or while we are writing an essay. For example, if you're writing an essay, it is a descriptive, narrative, or informative, which part ever you wanted to write. If you're writing that, you have to be very much careful that if all these rules are not followed over there, then you are not completing the reader's thirst. Okay, that means he is not able to understand that either the sentence have been started. If there is no full stop, there should be certain other punctuations like comma, semicolon. If it is a quotation, there should be inverted commas, all these things. Because in sentences, punctuations play a very vital role. The other thing is that the sixth one is two or more adjectives if we are using. Okay, if two or more adjectives we are using, then it should be in a order. Okay, and what would be the order is? Should be in a order. And what is the order? We have to remember that if two or more adjectives are using in a sentence, it should be in a order. And the order is opinion, adjective plus actual adjective. Okay? Opinion adjective plus factual adjective plus noun. So we have to remember this, that opinion adjective plus factual adjective plus noun. So whatever the sentence is, for example, I write a sentence here. Okay, where should I write? I have to erase something, just wait, okay? Here if I write example, here in this box I am writing the example of this one, okay? For example, I saw a nice French table. So you can see the opinion adjective and the fact adjective, the factual adjective. So all these 6 rules are discussed here. We have to make sure, it is very much important that there should be using of 2 or more adjectives. Then only this rule is applicable. That opinion adjective plus fact adjective or factual adjective plus noun. Okay. So our sentence framing is not correct. This rule is somehow using while we are writing. Okay, while writing all this thing, we should very much evident. One most important thing is this, where it should be in this order only. We can't write the factual adjective before and then the opinion adjective. No, it should be in this format only. So it is very much important for us to remember all the rules. Here also, the statement will start from capital letter, the sentence will start from capital letter, it will end with the full stop, it will having a subject, it will having a predicate, it will have in this opinion plus factual adjective plus noun. So all these things we have to remember. Now let's just quickly brief of the rules here so that we should know. And one most important thing in this rule is that we have to follow about the sentences. Let's quickly brief. Right now I said sentences is a group of words that gives complete meaning. It is having a subject and a predicate divided into 4 parts or 4 types: declarative, imperative, interrogative and exclamatory. You can say about declarative talks you about the statement, imperative talks about the command, interrogative asks you the questions, exclamatory gives you the expression that we can't show in a paper, or expression either we are happy or sad. With certain exclamatory mark, that punctuation mark we can show. These are the rules. That first start with capital letter, ends with a punctuation, subject and predicate should be there, subject and verb should be there, subject and verb must agree in number. If it is singular, it should be singular number. If it is a plural subject, it would be a plural verb. Adjective usually comes before noun, and 2 or more adjectives should be in an order. It should be given an order like if 2 or more adjectives we are giving, it should be in order like opinion adjective plus factual adjective plus noun. So by this I have finished my second topic for the day, that is sentences. Your home task is write all 5 sentences of all the parts, 5 for declarative, 5 for imperative, 5 for interrogative and 5 for exclamatory, following all the rules that I have explained here. Still, if you are having any doubts, you are feel free to ask. Thank you.